All righty. Yay! Why is there a weight on it?
Because the governor spring's missing or something, the governor don't want to wet it, so I put a fishing weight on there.
Oh, cool.
For temporary to keep it from revving up and blowing up.
I
What's
thought,
this here?
I thought you was going to take me
They
fishing.
had this engine advertised at auction. Same auctioneer, Sunday afternoon auction. Same auctioneers where I bought the 55 Chevy years ago.
Yeah, I
He's
know.
still in business.
Yeah.
And I bought it.
Okay.
And I thought, well, I'd get it running this morning. And I took the carburetor and that off, and there's what the carburetor looked like on the
Still,
inside.
let me find it. Yeah, looks pretty nasty.
Yeah, they left stale gas in it.
Okay.
Gas tank the same way.
Very
Fuel line
nasty.
all clogged up. So I put the plastic tank and the carburetor off that motor that was on that
The one that blew
Midland
up.
walking tractor that blew all the swarm, blew all the pieces on me. And this has got the right pulley on the back side and everything, and I put a new gas line and filter on it. And it runs to suit me, except that governor, I'm going to find a spring for it. But I think I got that covered. Because right
Back
here,
up.
I bought this box at auction. It's got all kinds of springs. A gazillion springs.
You know, I want you to do with them springs.
So I better find one.
You need to attach them to the door so learn them kids to close the door.
That, the tray in that box is full of fishing stuff.
So you are taking me fishing.
There's a whole deal full of treble hooks you can put on the trot line.
We gonna find that big a fish?
Cool. Anyway, I had to give $55 for that engine. Horizontal shaft engine. These vertical shaft engines, there's a pair of them. I don't know, that says 12 horse, that says 400 cc. They're electric start. I don't know nothing about them. I give 20 for them. And I don't know how much I can get for a lot of stuff. I got staples here. And this electric staple gun does work.
Oh,
we plugged it in, it worked.
Cool.
There's a deer for something Christmas, I guess.
Maybe that's for you to should target practice.
There's a bunch of Briggs and Stratton parts and stuff. There might be something in there I can use on there.
Kind of looks like crap.
Can full of nuts.
Oh, I'm looking at one.
Yeah. Here's a bunch of drifts and picks and stuff. Just in there.
I'm impressed.
There's a bunch of little stove bolts in there. Some square nuts that fit some of them.
Hey, that's a metal folding coffee can.
That there just full of rust.
Yeah,
Ain't no good for nothing. Here's a bunch of thrust washers and keyways, key stock.
Cool.
Another Prince Albert can.
Yeah, let him out. Oh, so that's what you're going to do. Put up a for sale sign.
A box with a bunch of paint brushes and putty knives in it.
Yeah, it's cool.
There's a deal with weed eater stuff in it.
Yeah, now that summer's over.
Goes on the end of a weed eater. There's some blades go on a weed eater, which I ain't got. I got a pile of weed eaters. I ain't never had one that run. There's 3 empty boxes of them. You know what these are?
Those are brass knuckles.
Brass knuckles, huh?
Yep, brass knuckles. They hurt you more than they hurt your opponent.
I've got a collection of these. I pulled these off.
Okay, those are combs.
Somebody else apparently pulled them off the saw. The saw
Yeah,
they don't need that. I got this little hydraulic jack. It works.
That's
handy
cute.
Little jack.
I mainly see what you did was messed up the yard again.
Yeah, I got a bunch of new helm joints with pins that'll fit through them, and 3 of them deals to keep cable from fraying when you put it together and make a loop. But I got that.
I know a lot of joints, but I've never heard of that kind of joint.
I've got them lag bolts.
Okie dokie.
I've got these lag bolts. This one's got a hook on it.
Oh boy, maybe you'll fix the gate.
I got 2 new spark plugs. Never been used. got some kind of funky old antique kind of handle for something. I don't know what that's off of.
I gotta find it. There it is.
Horseshoe nails.
Yeah.
I ain't shoot a horse in 20 years.
Well, dadgummit, maybe you better shoe a horse.
There's a brand new padlock.
Oh, wow. You were just wanting one of them.
Yeah, here's a real old master lock. Look at the old key. See how they made the keys back in the day?
No, you're moving it too much. Stop it.
And it's got two. See, it's a funny shaped key.
Wait, I gotta find your hand. Okay, I found your. Oh, there it is. Okay, I found it now.
Anyway, I have two little bitty locks with it.
Heck, those are the kind of locks we had at school.
There's another lock with the keys.
Is that for locking up like your bicycle?
And here's one with keys too. That's an old sleigh maker lock.
Wow. Uh-oh, did you lose
Drop
it?
the key somewhere.
Well, all right, you done lost the key. It ain't no good. Let me throw it away.
There's a hasp. Put that on something.
Dadgummit.
Got this little scroll saw. It works good.
Cool.
Got to deal with a bunch of little clip views and stuff in it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what them. Here's something antique. That's to fasten that old flat TV antenna up to your house and the side of your pole. Big handful of deals that, like Chevy Chase used on Christmas vacation to get everything all.
Yeah, shoot.
Yeah. And just the other day, I run out of tar patches. And I got on the internet and I ordered tar patches. And it cost me $22 for them patches that I ordered. And then I go to the sale and I buy a whole bunch.
Well, that's cool. Everybody needs tar patches.
That's a plugging tool. And there's a big truck tar gauge.
What are those blue doohickeys?
These are a welder, believe it or not. This is an arc welder.
I do not believe
You hook it to a car battery. They made them.
Wow.
I think they made them in the 20s and 30s, and this one here's never been used.
Is that in case you're driving your car and your frame breaks and you get out and have to weld it back together?
It's called the Blue Radium Arc Company.
Wow.
Anyway, and you got some consumables you put in there, and it burns and it's supposed to run a bead.
Like tater chips or stuff like that?
I've got a little test light there.
Wow.
Put that over there for a moment.
Wow.
I got a bunch of gauges. That's an IH gauge. Just
find it.
Charge. There's all kinds of them. Amp.
What does the D stands for? Oh, discharge. I should have known that.
Amp. There's two oil pressure
gauges. Stands for Debbie.
There's two oil pressure gauges. I don't know what kind that is. No, that's an air pressure gauge.
Oh, cool.
I can make a tar gauge out of that.
Cool.
Got them. Got a whole box full of, a deal full of stuff. This is some flowable silicone.
You know, it's probably dead.
There's some rubber cleaner.
You know, it's probably stuck up.
And some stable in a metal can.
You know, it's probably not
They didn't use that in that lawnmower. In that. Here's some Loctite.
You know, it's probably done locked up tighter than a drum.
And this is Black & Decker air wrench oil. And some 3-in-1 oil and some more 3-in-1 oil.
That's oily too.
The bottle, I don't know what.
Poison.
And there's some kind of
Magnum steel.
putty stuff.
Ooh, cool.
Got a bunch of junk here. There's some brake fluid.
What are they bringing in?
Polish, a couple of Fram filters, some cans of paint, some boiled linseed oil, and a jar of petroleum jelly that costs 57 cents.
Oh, cool. I gotta find it. Whoa.
I don't think it's ever been opened.
No, and it don't look too
like
white no more either. Oh, I guess they're gonna paint white lines down the road.
Yeah.
They need to. Might keep you from running off the edge of the road.
I bought this table right here.
Uh-huh.
And these 2 electric motors for $12.50.
All right.
I plug these motors in and they start and work good.
Mm-hmm.
Here's a whole pile of door latch stuff, hinges and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Got a bracing bit. But what that bracing bit's got on is a reamer. And it's sharp for taking the edge off, like if you cut and thread the pipe. And in here got all kinds of, there's a chainsaw wrench and some little brushes. And this is a double-ended tool for taking off the springs what holds your brake shoes on. You're doing a brake job, that takes some little washers off.
Wow, cool.
And some kind of special screwdriver.
Hold it still.
Some other kind with a hook in it.
Well, hold it still. Oh.
And there's another one that's bent. Weird looking screwdriver.
That looks like a nail puller. Maybe that screwdriver is a nail puller screwdriver.
And there's another one like that first one, kind of hooked. And that's a Lovejoy coupling, or not a Lovejoy, but a rubber coupling where you can couple an electric motor to another shaft or a gas motor.
Okay.
And there's a Phillips screwdriver bit, big long deal. But anyway, that was in there.
All righty.
I got 2 of them deals, one of them deals, there's stuff where you can cut and plug your copper tubing.
Don't you have some of them?
Yep, I done got some. There's another pair of hog ring pliers. They got the springs on them. I don't know what that's off of, what it's for. Looks like a tensioner for riding lawnmower or something.
Oh.
Got 1 pair of pliers. Got another pair of pliers. And then I got a pair of pliers that's flanging pliers for making flanges on stuff. See how that, I don't know if somebody made them or them factory or what, but that's what them are.
Oh my God, it's a double puller.
I got a set of these. They're USA made. Allen wrench sockets. Got 1 Allen wrench deal.
How about?
Got a whole pile of little wrenches, ignition wrenches, or whatever you want to call them. I got 2 more compression testers. So I ain't got no excuse not to test the compression on them old motors.
Oh, jeepers. Really?
Then I've got 1, 2, 3 of these test lights.
Gotta find you. Okay, I saw them. Boy, you're kind of hard to keep up with. How about I just mosey along through here and...
That is for small engines.
And you just poke at it.
I bought one here a while back for small engines, and this one here's a quality made one. It's a lot better than what I had. This is a grinding wheel for
I gotta find your hand.
No, for sickle ball. And I don't know what that's for, clamp on, but it's for clamping something. Little bitty pipe wrench.
Hey, I didn't see it. You moved too fast. I gotta find it. Okay, little bit. Oh, it's
cute. It says
cute.
It's a Walbro.
It's cute.
Yeah, you can take that and hang it on the wall.
I thought I'd make a necklace out of it. It's so cute.
Why don't you make some earrings out of it?
I could, but then I'd have
drag
big
your
old...
earlobes down to your shoulder
have big
blades.
old long dangly earlobes.
Got 3 hammers.
Alrighty. You say so.
One's pretty good.
Here, bend over and I'll... Put your hand right here. That's right. No.
I think this right here is for putting
Pound
on
your
lids
nails.
and breaking them loose.
Lids of what?
Well, you know, a screw on the lid on something that don't want to come off.
Oh, yeah,
You know,
I had my,
I think that's what that's probably.
I had stuff that I couldn't open.
Got a C-clamp, a little C-clamp,
Oh, cool.
a Stanley Shielding knife, a rock for sharpening your pocket knife.
Oh, I'll take your word for it.
I got 4 tapes, and they all good.
Okay.
25, 16, 12, and I don't know how long this one is. It don't say. I got one the other day, and I thought I really had something. I opened it up, and half of it was metric. It had a line down the middle, and the bottom part was inches.
Oh,
I said, man, I ain't gonna use that.
Yeah, you could have if you wanted to.
Here's a monkey wrench.
Well, I thought I was looking at a monkey.
Yeah, monkey wrench.
Yeah, right up here with glasses.
It don't say who made it or nothing. What brand
okay.
it is.
Monkeys don't need a brand.
Got a
toenail clippers. Well,
yep, toenail clippers if you want.
Use them for you, and your toenails get sharp.
Here's something I'm tickled with getting. I didn't even know I bought it till I got digging through this morning.
Okay.
Them there's punch set. You punch holes in leather.
Would you hold still? Okay, I see it now.
Gasket, they got a whole set of them, all different sizes of them.
Okay.
I was wanting some of them because I make gaskets. I make my own gaskets a lot. And this is a leather punch that you could still make gas holes and gaskets with it.
Yes, you sure could.
It looks like it's never been used.
Well, you'll never use it either.
A set of feeler gauges with the benders for spark plugs on them.
Wow.
See? You stick all different kind of feeler gauges.
Oh, boy. There's some calipers.
I think there's 2 of these. Them's for grabbing fuses and not getting electrocuted. Or Bakelite.
Where's the fun in that?
Well, yeah, you don't get to see somebody's skeleton.
Yeah, God, that's fun when you get to see
your
chalk
skeleton. Box. I might use that.
I remember that time you was in there screaming, and I didn't bother to go in there and save you.
I was working on a pump.
Yeah.
I got into the 220.
Yeah.
I didn't want to let go.
And I saw the sparks, and I'm like, yee.
I got me a whole pile of scissors. Now I don't have to go in the house and steal Debbie's when I need a pair of scissors.
You won't be able to find them, and you'll be in there after mine. Well, I know you.
Guilty as charged, I guess.
Yes, you are. Just like my...
Here's a bigger C-clamp. Got the deal messing off the end of it. Not froze up. Most of them froze up on the bottom.
Just like my butter knife screwdrivers. You always after my butter knife screwdrivers.
There's 2.
Are you gonna go on the
this
warpath?
Here's a skinny and a fat.
Are you going on the warpath?
Well, I don't know.
Hold still, I gotta find them again. Okay, hold still. Oh boy. Yep. Boy, howdy.
This has got a vintage handle.
Oh, jeepers. Looks like the termites got into the vintage
I'm
handle.
kind of tickled to get this.
Okay, why?
That's off an old home light saw made in the 60s. Mixed early, half pint oil with each gallon of gas.
All righty.
And here's off a newer home light. And that's off a newer home light. And I don't know what that's off of, but mix half pint of fuel, gallon of gas. That's off some kind of old chainsaw.
I mean,
a couple little pulleys.
That's all it takes to get you excited.
Well, I like them old gas caps.
Well,
I got some of them old saws.
You've got your old... Where's your saws at? I'll go and steal the gas caps off of them and hand them to you.
Yeah.
Get you all excited.
Another wrench. These little screwdrivers, people ain't into it wouldn't realize it, but us guys that fool with old chainsaws and little motors and stuff, we always want to carry a little screwdriver like this because we're always adjusting the tune. We'll adjust it till the RPM gets up at max RPM.
You don't.
And then,
if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Then we'll lean it out till we get all the RPM we can get out of that old saw. And then we'll richen it up just a little bit where we don't build... Not so much we'll build carbon that we don't burn the piston up.
Whatever.
But here's another one of them deals you can put on your chainsaw and accurately file it. Keep it razor sharp.
All right.
There was 2 chainsaws at that auction, but I didn't buy them.
What?
Didn't even bid on them.
What?
They was new Husqvarna plastic saw. There's one of them that's a Craftsman.
I was going to say, do I need to take your temperature?
That's a Sears Craftsman. They're just a off-brand.
Junk?
Got 2 antifreeze testers.
Yeah, and the handle is sticky on that one, so be careful.
2 antifreeze testers.
Mm.
That come off some kind of little table saw or something. Got 2 of these. Yeah. Squares. This here's got an extra deal on it.
Uh-huh. Okay.
I don't know why you'd want that extra deal, but it's on there. I got a whole pan full of grinding deals and stuff, wheels fixed for a drill, whatever. There's a hole saw part deal. There's a paint stripper.
That looks dangerous.
Put that on the drill and beat the paint off. There's one flapper deal.
You're going to do it to the 55?
Some wire brushes.
You're going to knock the paint off the 55 with that?
What paint? That thing ain't got no paint on it. I got 1, 2,
3 calipers.
3, 4 sets of calipers.
Oh, what for?
And there's a crude depth mic. And there's a set of dividers and stuff. Yeah, dividers and stuff like that.
Are you going to start drawing now?
Yep. Dividers and stuff like that. There's a deal where you can tell different sizes of drill bits.
Is that your girlfriend's like checking her what ring size?
You stick this in the hole to see what size hole is, and then you stick your bit in there, and you know what you
really need to buy me another ring.
There's a glass cutter.
No, a diamond shouldn't be able to be cut with that.
Or just some brass. Right there, brass fitting. Some shelf brackets.
Those are tiny shelves.
There's a good wide chisel and a level.
You're not very level.
And this is a knife sharpener.
You don't say. Look, dang, hand that to me. I need to take that in the house.
There's a knife, there's a socket, 5/8 socket on them. Wire stripper.
I'm still looking at that knife sharpener.
There's a deal you can put your keys in, fold it up, you press the buttons and your keys pop back out.
Really?
There's one of them hook knives.
Yeah.
There's a brand new fitting for something. Don't know what it fits. Here's a whole can full of
dadgum
gas caps and stuff off of lawn mowers and whatever.
Okay.
Got a whole box full of sandpaper disc and stuff.
All righty.
I got 1, 2, 3 motor boxes.
Oh man, I like this one. This one's cool.
Yeah, this one's probably the best one.
This one looks like it might.
Yeah, I got a coping saw with it.
Oh man, I'm not coping very good.
Now this here's something I'll use. It's a whole deal full of rivets.
Oh man.
But
I hate your butts.
My mowing machine.
Yeah, your mowing machine.
Back near the end of the cutter bar would fit on it takes a longer rivet. Most your blades take a little short rivet like this one right here. You see how much longer that is?
No, I don't.
And I couldn't find them. I looked online, looked in everywhere, different people, and feed stores, and whatever. Nobody had them longer rivets.
Okay.
And see, I got a whole box full of them.
Whole box? Oh my gosh.
A box
yes, I see it.
It says,
wow,
1 pound.
1 pound.
And at the time they were selling this at the Western Farm and Home Store, it was $2.09.
Wow.
That's how long that guy's had it and never used them.
Wow. That is pretty cool.
Well, he's long taking the dirt back now. He ain't going to know this anyway. Old framing square. Got a whole box full of bolts, different stuff. Hey, that's off Tillotson carburetor. I know what that's off of.
Oh, wow.
There's some wire and some bolts and nuts, and, you know.
Yeah, I see.
You have to get Debbie to sort through all this and put it in these right here.
Mm-hmm.
I bought
know.
3 of these. And they don't have nothing in them but dirt dauber now.
I thought I was supposed to put my jewelry in there.
Yeah. I'll get Debbie to sort through all them and put all them in them drawers, separated out.
I think he's ignoring me.
Well, I don't have to. A bunch of little nails in there.
Yeah, I see them.
Nails there. Nails there. Apparatuses to fix your garden hose.
Oh man, you need to fix them.
There's some little bitty tacks.
Little bitty tacks.
Some more nails.
Yep.
Some aluminum nails.
Okay.
More nails there.
Okay.
3 boxes of aluminum nails.
Okie dokie.
Some more aluminum nails under there. Galvanized. There's some nails there.
Okie dokie.
Nails there.
Alrighty.
Nails here.
Just what are you gonna nail, sir?
There's some pop rivets. I was needing some pop rivets. I was out of pop rivets.
Empty
bottle
alcohol.
Some more fence staples. I really wasn't needing fence staples.
Well.
There's trailer coupler. What you do, you cut that in 2 and splice your wires each end. Them 2 plug
but
together.
then it's cut.
That's for your trailer.
It's best not to cut it, ain't it?
Here's something. That's not a grease gun.
It's not.
What that is, that's for 90 weight oil or any kind of oil.
Oh, and
you can stick that down the bucket and you can pull it.
Suck it up.
You pull it like that and it'll fill itself full. And then you can ratchet in. I used to have to fill a standard transmission up with oil, and that's what I used.
Wow.
Daddy had one of them.
Wow.
There's some kind of ladle for something.
Oh, ladling you out.
Dipping your moonshine. There's a few drill bits and some chucks for your drills. Let's see.
I see your birdhouse gourds over there.
Yeah.
Them are pretty cool.
Birdhouse gourds. We'll look at them in a minute.
No, I didn't look at them.
I got a bunch of oil and stuff right here. And this in here is odd. That's Rizzling ring seal. Yeah. I had never seen that before. That's a new one on me.
See, they're wanting you to buy me a ring. It says ring seal.
And I got some paint and WD-40 and some
Neat's foot oil.
Neat's foot oil. I got a little wash bucket that if you had a parts cleaner, and it's got some pretty good hose clamps in it. You reckon somebody was going to use that? They sharpened that. That's been recent.
They probably
It wasn't the person that owned it because it'd be rusty by now because he'd been gone a while. Oh, here's some 90 weight grease.
Oh, boy.
About half full.
Oh, boy.
Right there's a bunch of berries.
Don't trip and fall on that treasures, darling.
Chairs and grappling hooks that you're going to throw over the castle wall and climb over there and have your way with the princess.
When are we going to do that? I'm going to go back and claim the castle.
A flapper. Yes.
Well, you flap your gums enough for both of us.
But anyway, got an outside yard light, 3-inch plastic air hoses.
I know Addie was playing with them.
There's some body stuff, cheese graters, body file, and deal you put sandpaper on, it'll bend. 2 planters, extension cord, tow hook. Some lawnmowers. There's a brand new piston rod. Fits something. Some battery cables off of lawnmowers. A little bit of chain.
Yep 'em.
Another can full of nails.
Oh boy, we need nails. We'll be able to build it.
Something I'm gonna do with them nails.
All I said is we'll be able to build it.
Yeah, I got something I'm gonna build.
You're gonna be Bob the Builder,
There's some old fuses and some more nails. And some more little fine nails.
All right.
Lots of miscellaneous stuff in there.
some brand
There's
new
dog chains and 2
pipe.
mirrors and a piece of cable.
Faucets.
Here's one of them leashes.
I see that. It must be for killer dog.
Look.
Devil dog.
Got a pirate on it.
Yeah, devil dog.
That's for devil dog?
Yeah, devil dog.
Okay. That's for devil dog. I had something here. I didn't know what it was. This right here. I don't know what this is.
I do.
What it'd be good for.
You want me to tell them what it's good for?
Well, I don't know.
Let me see. I got to find it. That looks like something for reaching out and grabbing you by the nose and pulling you away from auctions.
I guess that'll work. Won't be much fun for me.
Well, it's either that or bonk you over the head with it.
I got a whole big pile of fan belts.
You want me to light them afar?
No. There's an extension cord.
Oh, jeepers. Yep.
There's another one. There's one of them strips. There's something you can plug in and put a light bulb on.
Dang straight. You sure can.
This sander ain't no good.
Oh,
we plugged it in.
darn.
It wouldn't work.
Oh, darn.
I got another one of them.
Oh, you got another?
Magnets.
Whoa, cool.
But I don't think this is the one I just got.
No, it isn't. I think that's the one you've had. You don't know your old junk from your new junk. Boy, howdy.
I just got. It's a weenie one.
Yeah, yours is weenie. The other one's bigger.
Yeah.
But it still seems like
this kind you drop your tool. You can wrench something. You can reach down there and get it without
get it
having
out
to
of
fall under the vehicle.
Yeah, you drop it down in the... Drop it down in the engine. You can get it back out.
I got that bench you give to me.
Oh, that's
one
sweet.
One of the legs is kind of rotted off.
Ah, it don't matter.
I don't think there's anything else.
Just that stuff on the hood. Those are those
stuff on the hood.
That's
I got it.
That's it.
Homemade well pulley.
Homemade well, okay.
And there's an old factory well pulley. Seen.
It's still cute.
They run that rope through there.
Still
that
cute.
well bucket. I got this light. Debbie put batteries in it. It works.
Yeah, it works.
And I got this light. I guess it goes on a boat. It's green and red.
I was going to put it on top of the car.
There's no pulley off or something. There's a square pan and a round pan.
That's for making a sandwich and for bopping husbands on the head.
There's birdhouse gourd. I can shake it. I can hear the seeds in it.
But that's a knocker. I'm going to knock you in the noodle.
And found this little bitty ear of
popcorn.
I guess it's popcorn.
I don't know.
I'm going to save that and plant it. Maybe them things ain't so old that they will grow.
I have no idea.
See if it grows.
Have no idea.
But anyway.
Is that it?
No.
Oh, shoot.
Last but not least, I got these 2 traps.
Yep. Yep.
And I give $5 a piece for the traps.
Hey, that's not too bad.
I'll have to work on them. But they might catch a raccoon.
What about that light? Does that light work?
No, that light don't work. Neither one of them lights work. And these grates
Dad
come out of a stove.
Mm-hmm.
And most people wouldn't have no use for them.
Where's
but
the stove
what I
at?
do with them is I make a
my
cage out of them, put a mother chicken in.
Yes, he
But
makes
the little
cages.
babies can run out and you scratch around. They won't go too far.
She had some babies. They're about, what, 3-4 days old?
Yeah, they're 3 or 4 days old. That's her 4th batch of chicken.
I know. She's been busy.
Okay, I'm going to tell a coon hunting story, being as I was talking about a coon trap.
Okay, tell me a coon hunt. Let me get where the sun's not in my eyeballs. Okay.
Back when, in the 60s.
Oh my God, that's
everybody
been a while
had
ago.
Coon dogs, you know. People bought a lot of coon dogs, and coon dogs bring good money, you know, up in the hundreds of dollars. A good coon dog, and you know, they through the summer, it wasn't coon season. You didn't hunt coons much. So what they did, they water raced them. They take it and had a pulley on a rope or a cable go across a big pond And way on the other side, they'd pull it way up in the tree, and this other one was here where a man could crank it. And they'd put a live coon in a small cage on that cable, and they'd send him out in the water there and get him out there about 20 feet, and then they'd turn them dogs loose. Them old dogs would all jump in the water and go swimming after that coon, and they'd crank that deal, just keep that coon running just on that cable just ahead of them dogs are swimming. And then when they got to the other side of the pond, they'd go up the tree and be up a tree about 15 feet. And them dogs would bark trees. You know, they had this different barks for when they was chasing it, trailing it, or when they had it treed, and they'd bark trees, and they'd jump so high. And they judged them about which one was the fastest swimmer and jumped higher and barked the best and all that. It was just, one of them deals. Well, the neighbor had a pond up there, and he had some boys and stuff, and we was all friends. And something happened to the water race coon. It got out of its cage or something. We didn't have no coon. Well, there's a bunch of people going to come for a water race, and boy, they need the coon bad. So we got all them dogs, and we took off looking for a coon, going to catch one alive. And everybody had them in an old burlap bag, gunny sack, whatever you want to call it. And finally, them old dogs treed over here, about 8 miles over here on Thompson Creek on the old Kirk place. It was right on the creek, the old sycamore, and it was leaning just over the creek just a little bit, but not a whole lot. And it was gonna be hard to climb. And this one of my neighbor boys' nickname was Ichabod. His brother nicknamed him Ichabod because he said he looked like Ichabod Crane when he rode his old big black horse. He's a big, tall, gangly boy. Ichabod, he cuts him a pole about 15 foot long, a cane pole down there from the old river cane, grow along that creek. And he's got his carbide light on, with his carbide and his water and his flame going. And he goes up that tree just like a squirrel, He have no trouble crawling the stream. He's got that pole fastened on his side, tied on there. He gets on up there, and that coon's above him, and he's trying to get this coon to jump out of the tree. And we're on the creek bank. Creek's about 2 feet deep there, and we're all around and everything, because when that coon jumps out, we're going to grab him and wrap him up in that burlap sack. Everybody's wearing gloves and this. We got to catch a live coon. So we're all down there, and old Ichabod's little brother, his nickname was Cooge. Old Cooge, he's standing down there on the creek bank. They're looking up, and old Ichabod, he's a poking that coon and really getting after it. And directly that coon turns around, it raises up and urinates on him, puts his light out, and it runs all over him and everything. He's not too happy about that. And he comes up there a little further, and he knocks that coon out of that tree. He's mad at it. And we had probably 30 dogs, all different kinds, old blue ticks and red bones and walkers, and they were black and tans. They were different. About any breed of coon dog there was there. And some of them was back there holding the dogs, one guy hold 2 or 3 dogs. And somebody hollered and said, "It's getting away, turn the dogs loose." And they let them dogs loose. Well, that coon comes flying out of that tree, and old Coon just standing there looking up, and his hair was pretty long, and it landed right on top of his head, knocked his cap off. He had one of them hunting caps that hold out a carbide light, knocked that cap off, and that coon latched onto his hair. And all of a sudden, these 30 dogs hit him and knocked him off in that creek, about 2-3 feet of water. And them dogs can't tell which it's Cooge's arms or that coon. And they're biting. They're biting his head and his arms and everything. And they finally get the coon off of him, and they punctured it and stretched it out and tore it up. And it's not going to be no water race coon. The hide ain't going to be no good. It's just a dead coon.
Oh, my.
And old Cooge, he gets up, and he's bleeding and crying and carrying on. And that brother that nicknamed him turned around and popped him in the nose and said, "Quit your bawling." He said, "I'll give you something to bawl about." That's what he said. "Quit your bawling, I'll give you something to bawl about." And he didn't quit crying. So his brother popped him in the nose and bloodied his nose, you know.
Oh, poor,
That's the way
poor
brothers
kid.
are, you know. Older brothers always mean. But that he's gone now. That one boy, he give everybody he's seen a nickname.
What was your nickname?
Persqually. He's seen me one time, and Debbie's seen it. When I get mad,
Donald Duck
I just
fit.
throw one of them Viking berserker fits.
No, Donald Duck.
Debbie says it's a Donald Duck fit. But anyway, he seen me get mad one time and throw one of them fits. And ever since then, he called me Persqually.
Okay, Persqually.
Yeah, that's what John did.
It's the Persqually on the corner.
Yeah, but anyway, we're all old men now. Some of us ain't here no more. The whole bunch that was there, you know. But we didn't get a water race coon that night. I think somebody found one uptown in a trash can because we'd sent word out we was looking for a coon, and somebody found one in the garbage can, and they had managed to get a coon for the water race. But that's the kind of stuff we did back in them days, you know. But so that's a coon hunting story, and I guess that'll be all. Except I paid $226 for all this stuff I bought at auction.
Too much.
That seems like a lot.
It's too much.
But you got to look at it this way.
I am looking.
Nowadays.
I am looking, and it's all over in the yard again.
Nowadays, the $100 bill is the new 20.
Well, I wished you would have only spent
everything
20.
you go to buy. Now, do you remember our light bill, how much it used to be? $17.
Yeah, I know.
Now, it's over 100. You know, minimum.
And it's
Sometimes
still too
it's
much.
200.
I remember when $17 was too much.
Yeah. But anyway, but when you look at it that way, you know, it's different. You know, you can look at and justify anything any way you want. So.
Okay, Persqually.
Okay, Persqually. As long as you don't hook me in the nose with that, whatever that is.
I might do it. You never know.
But anyway, we'll say goodbye and good luck to you, and that'll be all for this. And I probably need to cut back on the auction stuff till I get everything put away that I bought from the last two auctions.
You think? Mm-hmm. Listen, Persqually, you think?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, everybody.
Might make Debbie happier.
Y'all please like and subscribe, or Persqually might have a fit. Bye.